Do you know you need to take care of your machine and clean it every 2 to 3 bobbins? I will tell you, it will make a difference. And it's very easy on this machine because you don't even have to oil. Did you notice you didn't get oil with this machine? That is because all you need to do is brush it clean. This brush came with your machine, so let me show you how we're going to go about doing this. What I'd like to do is, first off, take my scissors and I'm cutting the thread up here at the spool and then taking all this thread out the needle. Because if you've been sewing, you've probably noticed you get lots of lint up in this needle area, and if you pull your spool and thread out the opposite direction, it just pulls all that up and out of the way. Next, I'm going to take my large screwdriver and take out the needle. So needle comes out. If you don't remember the last time you changed your needle, throw that away and put a new one in when we're done. Foot is going to come off. Take your bobbin out. Take your large screwdriver and you can lift up on either corner. We're going to take this plate off. Notice there's no screws. All you need to do is peel that up. And as you do, that comes out. When we go to put it back, notice there's a little nub back here. We will kind of push that in first, and then we'll push it down nice and tight. So either corner is a place to lift at. So throat plate comes off. The next thing to come out is this little kind of U shape, and that is just sitting right over your bobbin case. So lift that out next. And then you can lift this bobbin case out. It's just sitting in there like a little basket. It's pretty amazing when you get down in here. So take your brush, no canned air. Don't blow anything into this. Don't blow with your mouth, and definitely not with canned air. Get as much out as you can with the brush. This is a great one. These are like mini dustets, and it's like Swiffers for sewing machine. It just absorbs everything. It's like a little lambskin here. And then also too, if you find at your sewing machine store those miniature vacuum attachments, those are great because it can just suck all this part out. One thing, since you have a thread cutter on this machine, you can make sure that if you have any threads that have gotten caught in the cutter, you can pull those out at this time and it will work a lot smoother. Okay, once it's clean, we're going to reverse the process. Bobbin case goes in first. These little points go in, and just push those evenly to the back. It does just sit down there, but it does rock, so that is normal. Take the little U-shaped cover, and this will just sit down. I always put it down here even first, and then just rotate it down, and it will cover. Everything should be flush when that goes in. Next is the throat plate. Push down on both sides, and then we can put our bobbin in. H is always up. Click it in. Over the top, under the cutter, but don't pull just yet. I always put the door on, then pull. Kind of holds everything in place. Put your foot on before your needle. Why? Because it's a lot easier to figure out where your needle goes when you have a reference point of your foot. And did you notice the little multi-purpose tool has that little hole? Drop your needle down, your new needle, and flat side to the back. Drop the tip of the needle down, and then that will bring it straight up and into position. Okay, I'm doing this at a slight angle, so it is easier. There you go. And then tighten with the screwdriver for your use. When you tighten with the screwdriver, make sure that you don't tighten too much. Just a nice twist, not a really tight twist. This little tool is great because if your fingers or hands have a hard time getting in and holding that needle, this is going to be your best friend. All right, so then just rethread your machine. And one thing I always recommend is definitely use your needle threader after you've put a new needle in, because if the needle threader does not line up with the hole of the needle, that could indicate you did not get the needle high enough up into the proper position. So if those two don't line up, check your needle, then you don't damage anything by trying to sew with the needle too low. So we'll just thread it up, do a little sewing, and you're back to normal. So why did I say every 2 to 3 bobbins? Because that's a lot of sewing, guys and gals. That really is going to make a difference. As soon as you get a thread break, change your needle. If it breaks again, clean your machine. Those are the 2 major things that people forget to do that will take care of any machine issues.